afternoon, everyone. My name is Brianna. This is actually my first video that I'm uploading, and I feel my channel is called A Touch of Christ. I initially got the name back when me and my husband was making up names for what we were trying to start was a cleaning company, and over time, I was at a job then that I was basically cleaning up at this hospital, and I just got an idea, just want to make my own, like start my own business company. And yeah, it just didn't go as planned. Afterwards, um well, some time down the line, after leaving this job, having a little trouble and going to other jobs or whatever, um I found Christ. As of April 22nd, 2020, I got baptized. Um, I've always known God. I've always known Him my entire life. My grandfather was actually a pastor for many years. He passed away a few years ago. Um, but yeah, I felt led to get on here just to share my testimony with someone, to encourage someone that no matter what you're going through in this time, no matter what you may be facing, um, what you do, you're never too short. You're never too far gone for God to save you. When I, probably like, I guess when the pandemic started, I would say around March of last year. Okay. I would say probably March of last year. Um, Up until March of last year. I mean, I used to, excuse me, smoke, drink. I drink occasionally, but I still did it. Um, I didn't smoke cigarettes a lot, but I still did it. I didn't initially start smoking cigarettes until after I stopped smoking weed, and that was years that I was in the bondage of addiction. And most people may look at it like, well, it's just weed, what more is it going to do, however it is. And I used to have that same perception until I realized that over time of me just getting up, smoking, drinking, I get up and go to work, and well, not so much drinking, but still, I would get up. My routine was basically this: get up in the morning, go to work, maybe smoke on my way to work, smoke before I walk in the door on work to get my mind right, and you know, smoke when I get out of work, eat, smoke, eat, smoke, eat, smoke, eat, smoke, in that order every day. Ride, smoke. You in the bathroom, smoke. You cooking, you smoke. Watch TV, you smoke. And that's what I was doing every day to I'm sorry, the light kind of going out. I got my phone propped up in my living room. But that is yeah, that's kind of was my everyday routine. Just smoking and yeah, just smoking and going to work. So long story short, well, fast forward. I remember one day, I'm not sure the exact day last year. I want to say it was probably around February ish, beginning of March. I want to say. Even before then, I used to have the urge to. I would stop smoking probably like 3 months at a time, but then after 3 months, I fall back in it again and start back smoking. But I think it was just at this one time I had been going through a lot of stuff, and at this time I was just so I was depressed, but I was suppressing my feelings of me being depressed. I'm the one that had that be strong for. Tries to be strong for my brothers and sisters, put on a strong face. Even around my husband, I don't even think he knew, because it was always just this me just smiling, being strong for everyone. So I think either I came home for work, or either I came home from work or I was off. I'm not exactly sure. But I remember me just sitting on the couch. I was sitting on the couch and I was just, I'm not exactly sure what was going through my head, but I know I was smoking at the time. I was smoking weed at the time. And I was just sitting right there and I was like, you know, I'm smoking and it's not fulfilling me at this point. I felt kind of down and stressed. Usually I used to smoke, used to just, you know, get me up. Hey, it eased my mind. And this is just me being transparent with you all. I feel God has led me to share my story just in case there's someone out here that's struggling with this same exact thing I was struggling with, and me to encourage you and come forward and share my testimony of how God um, delivered me from the bondage of addiction with the enemy. So yeah, I think I was sitting on the couch and I remember smoking and I was just sitting back and I was just so down, depressed. And I just remember looking at the wall in my living room and I was just like, what am I doing, with my life? I know it wasn't my husband, it was just something with that. I just felt like, I just feel lost. I feel empty. I literally had a void inside of me that I felt like even if I smoke this entire blunt, even if I go out and try to get me something to drink, it's not going to go away. Like something is just missing from inside of me. Something is missing, and I feel this void inside of me it just feels empty. And I was feeling lost, confused, just down, and I was just feeling hopeless at this time because I'm like, at that time we was going through a lot. We had cars that were just breaking down on us. We'd get this car and this car break down. We get this car break down. And that's just another story. And another time when God, prompts me to share, I will. But yeah, I felt at the time that I was just sitting on the couch and I'm like, Lord, like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I'm tired of going through this cycle. I'm tired of going through this, like, I'm tired of just getting up smoking and just think it's not working anymore. I'm over it. Like, period. Like, I'm over it. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm over it. Like, I done tried this my way so long. It's not working. I'm ready to try your way. And that was just the beginning of it, to say the least. I'm like, hey, I'm ready to try your way. So what do you want me to do? What do I need to be doing in this time? Because my way is not working, God. It's not working for me. I just find myself down and hopeless, and it's just not working. I'm not one to get depressed, but at that time I was extremely depressed. I mean, I'm talking about at work in the restrooms crying because I hated where I was. I mean, I was getting paid good, but money's not everything when your piece is not there. When you're not there, money is not everything, And I remember sitting on the couch and I just started talking to God and I started crying. At this time, I didn't know that what I felt was God. But I felt this wind. It felt like a wind, like a breeze just come through. It felt like a breeze, as I can explain it, as I remember. And I felt something lay on me as I was crying out. I literally got off my couch, got on my knees, and threw my hands up. God, I surrender to you. I don't want this no more. I was still smoking, but before I got down, I put it out. And I told him right then, I don't want it no more. I'm over it. It's not fulfilling me. Like, what you got for me? Let's try this your way because, hey, this is not it. So, I got on my knees and I remember just crying. I was crying hard and my husband was in the other room and I was literally just on my knees just crying. I don't even think he knew what I was crying about because I suppressed my feelings so long. I just needed this time to be with me and God. I just needed to be vulnerable and lay out everything at his feet. I needed him to know what was bothering me, because he tells us in his word to ask and we will receive. We also have the confidence to petition him with the things he said. If it's in his will, we have the confidence to the authority to petition him, and he will give us what our heart's desires if it's in his will for us. And one thing about the devil, he ain't gonna tell you to do nothing as far as getting yourself together. If it's right, the devil gonna tell you to go left. He's not gonna tell you. So I knew this was something God was putting me in. God was telling me at this time, it is time. I have let you go your way. You're not going to get this void filled inside of you until you follow me. I need you to follow me. That's what I felt. And I just cried out. I don't know how long I sat down. I just crying, just telling God, hey, I surrender. I'm over it. Like, I don't want this no more. And I went directly to God with my problems. And this is the exact thing I told him. I will keep my end of the bargain to not smoke again. But it's one thing I need you to do for me. I don't like the withdrawal symptoms. When I used to not smoke, I used to feel irritated. I was frustrated. I used to feel nauseated. I used to get headaches. Just a lot of things that came with it that the devil tried to keep me in bondage with, to tell me, well, you got to smoke, because if you don't, you're going to be nauseated. Your head is going to hurt. You're going to be irritated and cranky. You don't want to just be around here cussing people out for no reason when you can smoke and it's just going to, level you out. I was over that. I was over that. That point was out the window. I don't care. I'm around here throwing my face up. I can't do it no more. And I remember telling God, I will keep my end of the bargain to stop smoking if you do this for me. And that was the confidence I had in God at that time, without even, like, my journey hadn't even began. Like, it began then, but before then, I didn't even know nothing what the word was saying. Even though I was in church, I knew certain things, because growing up in church, you remember certain things, and certain scriptures and certain verses you remember, but I didn't know the word in depth, as I'm still studying it now. I didn't know then, but I told him, like, listen, I want to stop smoking, God. I do. But I just need you to help me with something. I know I can't do it on my own. Because I had tried probably 2-3 different times in my life, probably more times, honestly, I'm not sure. But I know at least 2 to 3 different times I tried, and I would stop smoking 3 months at a time, and then I just, get, real back into doing it. So at this time, I told him, like, listen, I don't want the withdrawal symptoms. If you take away the withdrawal, how I feel, the withdrawal effects, the nauseated, the headaches, the frustration. If you take this away from me, God, it's over with. Hey, you got me. When I tell y'all, the next day, usually, as soon as I don't smoke, the next day after that, like if I smoke today and I don't smoke tomorrow, I'm starting to feel sick. My head is throbbing. I suffer from migraines from when I was younger. So it was extreme pain. I mean, I'm talking about I get headaches. No light whatsoever. No sound, no nothing. I just need complete quiet, complete darkness. But yeah, I got the next day. God, listen, I didn't have nothing. You wouldn't even think I smoked. You wouldn't have thought I smoked. It blew my mind. It blew my mind, y'all. It blew my mind, because God tells us in his word, if we seek, we will find. If we knock, the door will be open. If we ask, we will receive. I asked and I received what I asked him of. I seeked him and he found me. I found him. Matter of fact, because he been knew who I was, I found him. And my whole point of this message is just to encourage someone to just try God. I dare you to try God. God will never leave you. He will never forsake you. He loves you. Whatever you ask of him, he will give it to you if only you have the faith to believe. I had the faith to believe God for a thing. Just tell him, listen, I need you in this moment because I can't do it by myself. And all glory goes to God because I couldn't do it by myself. And in fact, I tried it. I tried it numerous times by myself and I couldn't do it. No matter how headstrong I was, I couldn't do it. And I'm a very strong-minded person. I couldn't do it. I had to ask God. And when I asked him, I received. I asked him and I received. It's just the fact of God is good all the time. He is good all the time. Even when times are bad, even when times are good, even when times look like it's just not going nowhere. Anyone that's hopeless, God is still God. At all times, God is still God. He tells us to hold on to his unchanging hand, for he will not leave us nor forsake us. He says to cast all our cares and our anxieties on him because he cares for us. God's burden is life. He wants to give us life. And I am not perfect. I am still walking on my journey. But every day I'm just trusting God to lead me because you think you living until you actually get God and follow Jesus. Then you realize that the whole time you thought you were living, it wasn't what you thought. I tell everyone I don't miss the way I used to live. I don't miss it at all. This year has made I am now a year and almost 2 months clean of smoking. That's nobody but God, baby. That's nobody but God. And I know some people I be around and be like, because over time, a lot of people I used to talk to where they just fell off. A lot of things happened even before then. Before the things happened, God was just clearing out a lot of stuff in my path. Or a lot of people in my life, a lot of things, and he's been just pruning and perfecting me ever since. He has still got me in my practice pruning stage, I would like to say. And this walk, it's not easy. It's not easy. But it's definitely worth it. It is definitely worth it. When you have Jesus, you have everything. When you have Jesus, you have everything. I would have never guessed that I would have been seeing before you all. I would have never guessed it. And God is just so good. Because you think that you have certain plans for your life until God actually shows up and show you like, yeah, I see you, but I got something else planned for you. We're going to do this right here. And he's just full of surprises. He's full of surprises. I love God. I love the relationship I'm gaining and building with him. I love it. He gives you peace that surpasses all understanding. And I don't need money. I don't need nothing. As long as I got God, I have everything. He said he is our shepherd, and with him, I lack nothing. You lack nothing when you have God. I don't care how the perspective look. You lack nothing when you have God. So I just hope that this encourages someone. I didn't come on to be long. I just want to encourage someone that all you have to do is ask and you will receive. Believe in your heart that it will happen. Have faith and God will give it to you. God will give it to you. He will do it for you if it's if it's in his will for you. God will do it for you. Just ask and you believe and you will receive. Yeah, I have a blessed day. I love you. I hope to see more people that's just gaining. Just my primary focus and purpose is just to bring more souls to God, to show them just how good God is. God is great. He is great, okay? God is great. This was just, something I felt like he led me on here to share my testimony and to show encourage someone else that's going through the same thing, that God will do it for you. You're not worthless. You are most definitely not worthless. Jesus died for us so that we may live, so that we will have eternal life if we believe in him. You are not worthless. You are worth something. God loves you. God cares about everything you care about. The littlest detail God cares about. And I'm grateful that he has chosen me to sit before you all, to even start this channel. I hope you all are having a great day. A great day. Just remember to keep God first. And just know that he loves you above all. He loves you. He is waiting on you to seek him out. Y'all have a blessed Sunday.